My name is Kingsley Amafua, and I am your host. Welcome to episode 4 of The Source, a deep dive into James McKenna's monumental novel about the land of Israel, the people who built it, and the civilizations buried beneath its soil. The artifact unearthed at level 13 is a horned altar, a single piece of basalt rock carved using iron tools, dating to around 1116 BCE. The four corners, called horns, held deep religious significance. A person fleeing danger was considered safe as long as they grasped the horns of the altar. This altar was deposited in 963 BCE, during the reign of King Solomon, son of David. It marks the era when the kingdom of Israel was at its greatest extent. It is the era of Solomon's wealth and power, but it is also, paradoxically, the era when the conflict between monotheism and older religions was at its most urgent. Solomon himself is remembered for building shrines to foreign gods. The horned altar is a symbol of both the achievement and the contradiction of this golden age. The central character of level 12 is a chubby, bald-headed, freckle-nosed engineer whom the citizens of Makor call Hoopoe, named after the comical little bird that walks more than it flies. Always busy, always pecking at the ground, the Hoopoe has fascinated Israel since before memory. Jabal earns this nickname because he too hurries around all day, peering into holes, supervising the most ambitious engineering project Makor has ever undertaken. The construction of a new defensive wall and, crucially, an underground water tunnel that will allow the town to survive a siege without surrendering its water. This David's Tunnel, as it comes to be called, is one of the technical marvels of the ancient Levant, and it will save Makor's life repeatedly. Hoopoe is the happiest man in town because he loves his work, his wife, and his gods, in that order. His wife Kerith is a woman of lively spiritual curiosity. She has been to Jerusalem and seen King David in his grandeur, and it is Kerith who will explore the great religious tension of this era. At level 12, Makor is a Hebrew town under King David. The official religion is Yahwism, the worship of the god of Sinai. But the Canaanite gods are not gone. They are everywhere, in the shrines on the hilltops, in the hearts of people who have farmed this land for generations. Kerith is drawn to both worlds. She loves the God of Abraham, but she also fears the power of the old gods. This is the honest religious situation of the era. McKenna refuses to caricature this conflict. The Canaanite gods were the theological response of intelligent human beings to the real forces of nature. The prophet assigned to Makor is a fierce partisan of Yahweh, who thunders against every household shrine and hilltop sacrifice. His struggle is psychologically realistic. Hoopoe's water tunnel is not just an engineering achievement, it is a theological statement. The town that can survive a siege without surrendering its water is a town that can preserve its identity under pressure. Makor mirrors King Hezekiah's real tunnel in Jerusalem. The engineering challenge is immense. Two teams must dig from opposite ends and meet in the middle without modern surveying instruments. The miracle is that they succeed, guided only by careful measurement, the sound of underground water, and the eccentric genius of a man peering into holes. When the two teams' picks finally break through to each other in the dark underground rock, it is one of the most quietly triumphant moments in the novel. The title psalm of the Hoopoe bird points to the deepest theme. A psalm is a song of praise, but also a cry of need and a wrestling with God. Hoopoe is not a prophet, but in his faithfulness to his task, his care for his community, and his simple, uncomplicated love, there is something that rises to the level of prayer. The price of this golden age will become visible when the consequences of syncretism come crashing down in the form of Assyrian and Babylonian armies. The tunnel Hoopoe built will save lives. The religious fractures he presided over will cost them. Every achievement in history carries the seed of a future reckoning. That brings us to the end of this episode. I hope you found that as rich and thought-provoking as I did. Do not forget to subscribe, like, share, and comment. See you in the next episode.